Hello, everybody out there in YouTube. We are the middle-aged guys, and we're going to be bullshitting about, well, we're going to be following up to the Switch. Yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. I'm kind of drunk, but in any case, I am the Reverend.
The theme here.
Gray Mouse 1.
Switch went ahead and they had their official informative presentation that they held out for everybody earlier this week on the 12th. They followed up with the Treehouse presentation, which went into a lot more detail about particular games and also things that they wanted to go ahead and handle as toward their market structure and what they were looking for as far as changing and adding things to what's new to Nintendo. That's coming up with the Switch. One of the big things that they are adding is that Nintendo is actually going forward with an online subscription service akin to PlayStation Network and Xbox Live, which earlier in 2016, we said that that's something that Nintendo would have to do for the NX at the time that we knew it in order for them to go ahead and succeed. Well, the details as far as the online subscription goes is still pretty hazy at this moment in time. At this moment, there is no price that's been mentioned. However, what folks have noted from the presentation is that in order to play multiplayer, you're going to be able to play for free all the way up until October of 2017. After October 2017, that's when you're going to have to go ahead and buy into the paid service. Unfortunately, right now, the paid service, there is no listed price for it as far as 12 months of service goes. Now, one of the things that that people have been seeing is that for folks who do buy into the service, they're like, okay, if we're like on PlayStation Network or Xbox Live Gold, there are perks that come along with that entice users to go ahead and get those memberships. Discounts on online sales or free games, whether they be indie games or AAA games, usually not brand new AAA games or anything like that, that are available to subscribers of the service. To which Nintendo answered that for every subscriber to their service, they would have access to an NES or a Super Nintendo virtual console game for 1 month. And then after that month, they would not have access to it. They would then have access to another NES or Super Nintendo console game on virtual console for that 1 month before that one lapsed, and they would no longer have access to that. And the internet responded with an uproar. In my eyes, rightfully so. But before I get to ranting on it, guys, with all of that in mind, what are your thoughts on Nintendo's online service as it stands?
Hey, yeah, I'm going to lend this to you for about a month.
Oh, you promise?
Yeah.
But I have to.
Yeah, you have to give it back within
You have to let
30
go of
days.
it before you give it to me.
No, but it's not. I'm not really lending it to you. I'm just letting you.
Oh, so we could just put it in our system together like
yeah,
this.
exactly. That's basically what that is. Come on, for all of you that it did. Yeah, it's DevTales for it. That's basically what what Reverend just described. That's all I gotta say about that. Where do you go from there? I mean,
to me, this is a piss poor move, Nintendo. After such a great presentation, you're gonna come up with some bullshit like that? Are you for real? Are you kidding me here? I mean, you need to rethink that.
And here we were on Thursday night just singing the fucking praises of this shit today, where it's like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? I mean, you're offering to fuck me, but you have no lube. You at least have a rubber? You know, it's just...
Yeah, sandpaper rubber.
Yeah, this one is really, really odd. I mean, okay. Look, here's the thing right now with the competitors, all right, them having paid subscription services for their online multiplayer and other things like that. all of us knew that this was inevitable. Okay. And like we said in previous videos, especially the one where we mentioned PSN increasing price for another $10, when it came to free games and stuff like that, they're not required to do that. Okay. With this particular one, I feel like if Nintendo sat there and said, hey, look, it's $50. Thank you for supporting our service. This goes toward maintenance to our servers. This goes towards making sure that your multiplayer is solid. This goes toward making sure that the eShop is solid. This goes towards making sure that, hey, look, unlike the other things that we had before, that if you have online purchases or digital purchases off the eShop, it's not married to your fucking console, where if your shit gets bricked, all of a sudden when you buy a brand new console, that you got to repurchase all the shit that you purchased before. All right. Because personally, that's where my biggest concern is at. All right. They've got this thing in place. I would feel that it would have been received better if they said, hey, look, our shit's $50. Thanks for buying in. You guys get the first 6 months free, and then you have to go ahead and buy it. I feel like that would have been received better than this, oh, by the way, we're going to go ahead and lend you out a game that's 30 fucking years old almost. But you're not going to have to go ahead and you're not going to have access to it after 30 days.
But it's free.
But you're not going to have it after 30 days.
But it's free.
No.
It's true. It's free. But if you think about it, like I said, given the context, all right, this is a download that is smaller than most of the DLC that you would get for on-disc DLC unlockable keys. And it's 30 fucking years old, potentially.
Well, did they say from the NES and the SNES library?
Yes, specifically. It wasn't anything about like, oh yeah, other eShop titles or other independent titles or anything else like that. It was very specific NES and Super Nintendo and SNES virtual console titles.
Wow. You know what just comes to my mind is that, damn, this is how you share games on the PlayStation 4 skit. This just comes to mind right there.
Yeah, but
you have a game. This is how you share. You hand the game to your friend. Yeah,
but Kazuhiro never actually lets it fucking go. He keeps his hand on it, just like you guys did a few minutes ago. Yeah, it's just silly, And the thing about it is that if you watch our previous video about the whole Xbox thing and Scalebound being, this is just more proof that, look, none of these fucking platform owners,
they don't get a free pass.
Yeah, none of them get a free pass. I mean, we will criticize and we will go ahead and make comments about any of these fuckers. It doesn't matter if it's on PC or if it's on fucking iPhone or fucking Nintendo system or Sony or Microsoft. And when these guys do stupid shit, and this is stupid shit, we're going to make mention of it. Because one of the things that we had mentioned, for months leading up until this Switch announcement was that they had to go ahead and offer this service. And if they're offering this service, it has to be comparable to what everybody else is offering out there, okay? Otherwise, there's no fucking incentive for you to go ahead and buy into it.
No.
Okay?
Well, I find this interesting that, we literally ripped, Microsoft's a new asshole, in our previous video. And fortunately for Microsoft, they have the best online service. I mean, PlayStation 4, they get hacked every 2 days. And now this shit with Nintendo.
Well, I'm going to say this about Xbox Live. Even without PlayStation 4 getting hacked, if you sit there and you just take day-to-day operation
It's
and
still a better service.
yeah, consistency and performance, it's a better service.
Yeah,
And that's because
That's the reason to get an Xbox One.
I have a 360 for that. Look, Xbox Live can't be touched. It just can't. So Nintendo, what is wrong with you?
And for those guys, it's probably gonna be a $60 service.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be.
But I was gonna say it's a $60 service for a game that I only own for 30 days. Oh,
you don't fucking own it.
No, you don't own it. It's
But
a
I
game
own
that's
it.
on loan to you
Let me
for 30
download
days.
it.
Yeah. You know,
So when you download it and you erase it, it still stays. Wait. So
What happens if they give you games like Platoon?
no, that's the thing. It's fucking NES and Super Nintendo games. It's not fucking Splatoon. That's
I understand.
NES.
no. He said Platoon, not Splatoon.
No. I said Platoon. I'm
Oh,
talking about-
Platoon.
He's talking about like auspicious games that we wouldn't even want to fucking borrow from our friends.
Facts.
I don't
facts in
no,
it.
I don't think they could do that because that's a
I was
movie
just about to
license
say,
game.
What about the licensing? So these are just
Yeah.
old ass Nintendo games that we probably already have.
That are Nintendo licensed by Nintendo.
That we
A
already
side bike. You'll get Donkey Kong 3. for a
Mario
month.
3.
No, worse. Donkey Kong 3 for a month. You get Donkey Kong Junior Math for
I
a
was
month.
gonna say Donkey Kong Jr.
math.
Not Donkey Kong Junior. Donkey Kong Junior Math.
No, I hear you.
If they try, well, at least they can't give me the Rocketeer. I would strangle my fucking Switch. I hated that game. Okay, I got it for Christmas and I still played it, but I fucking hated the Rocketeer. But look,
No, instead of the Rocketeer, you'll end up with Mario is missing.
So wait, has this shit been confirmed?
Yes, it has been confirmed. That's the thing. I would not bring this up if it has not been confirmed. Yeah, and the thing is that whether or not something has been lost in translation, unfortunately, Nintendo themselves hasn't been able to follow up and respond to anybody's questions about whether or not, wait a minute, are you saying that, we get this shit for a month and then it just goes away and that's all you're fucking offering? Now, okay, all of us here will agree, all right, on a base level, after we stop laughing, that, Nintendo doesn't have to sit there and offer anybody anything for free. In fact, neither does Microsoft, neither does Sony with their.
You're right, but that's not an easy cop out for.
But
This was
hold on. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Okay, but the thing is that if they want to keep pace with their competitors who have already set the bar for the particular service that they're offering, guess what? This is laughable. This is so laughable that, it's one of those laughs that you sit there, you end up laughing out loud, and then you find yourself laughing about it, and you think about it, and you feel guilty, and then you start crying because, oh, fuck, I'm a piece of shit for laughing about this. This is actually horrible. This is a goddamn tragedy. This is somebody fucking getting run over by a bus on the day before they were supposed to get married type tragedy.
it's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's really, really bad. And I don't want to sit there and bring this up as something just to go ahead and poke fun at Nintendo, because this is one of the things that we went ahead and we pointed out that, look, Nintendo wants to go ahead and see the Switch succeed, unequivocally, unquestionably succeed in the market, that the online service is something that they're going to have to bring to the forefront. At this moment in time, they're going to have to work on that, okay? Now, that's not to say that everything is all doom and gloom, all right? Well, I just want to say that what I'm going to touch on may not be all that much better. But what we had mentioned earlier as far as when we did our Nintendo Switch reactions was Nintendo has to go ahead and cover a lineup all right, a launch lineup that is going to carry people for the first few months and be able to carry people's interest in the console as a whole, not just a game, but in the console as a whole, up throughout the year, so that they don't end up with a Nintendo 64 launch where it's like, oh, I've only got 2 games for the next 3 months.
Yeah.
Right.
Pilot Wings and
Yeah.
64.
Yep. Right now, if I'm looking at the GameStop website, okay, and I don't care if you're a fucking fan of GameStop, the retailer or not, but this is a reliable source. The games that are available for retail for anybody who's walking in to buy a physical copy right now is Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, 1-2 Switch, Has Been Heroes, which I have no idea what that's about. The Binding of Isaac Rebirth, which just released on iOS, but they're selling their physical copy for $30. Just Dance 2017 and Skylanders Imagineers. After that, up until the end of May, there are 4 other releases that are showing up, and that's Lego City Undercover, Puyo Puyo Tetris, Rhyme, and Redout. The next few games that are now just show December 31st, 2017, otherwise holiday 2017 releases is ARMS, Minecraft, Splatoon 2, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and Super Mario Odyssey, Nintendo Switch. So that right now we're looking at like 6 games at launch. Wow, I don't know whether or not I should be. Granted, this is everything that's been announced and confirmed so far with release dates, at least enough for retailers to go ahead and put them up for pre-order. But yeah, that's a bit less than what I was hoping them to show up with, to tell you the truth.
I mean, all 6 games at launch cost you like 700 bones.
Well, let's see here. Hold on. Actually, GameStop had a package for that for the Switch and all the games at launch. Let's see here. Yeah, the Switch comprehensive Ultimate Bundle, which is the Switch and all 7 games, was set to launch at $637.99 retail price right out the door through GameStop. Of course, like everything else, it's Nintendo, especially considering pre-orders. It says it's out of fucking stock. But yeah, as somebody who's looking forward to the launch of this particular system, I'm looking through this list, and maybe 1, maybe 2 titles I may care about. After that, it runs the risk of becoming a very expensive paperweight for me.
Wow.
We got E3.
Okay.
Nah.
But that's going to lead up to 2018.
18, yeah. The games at the end of the year, those are heavy hitters. Mario Kart 8
Deluxe,
Mario
Mario
Odyssey, ARMS, and what was the last one?
Let's see here. Mario Kart Deluxe, ARMS, Mario Kart 8. Let's see here. Let me jump back into the games list that I have here. And release date. Yeah, so we have ARMS, Minecraft, Splatoon 2, Mario Kart 8, and Super Mario Odyssey.
That's some serious heavy hitters at the end of the year.
At holiday time too?
Yeah, but holiday seasons are always really heavy loaded when it comes to game releases.
Very true.
Well, in between all that, I mean, like that sizzle reel that we saw at the end of the presentation Thursday night, looks like there's some Bomberman in there and Street Fighter,
Ultra Street
Fighter 2, all that. I mean, those will probably fill in the holes between now and or launch and the end of the year. But this is just speculation because we have no idea. They have no release dates, but I would assume that they would throw those out. I mean, I would assume that would be the first year.
It's a hard position to be in because the thing is that looking at this stuff from GameStop, this is stuff that has release dates, or at least solid enough dates for them to be willing to put them up for pre-order.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And unfortunately, there might have been there could have been 24 different games that were in the ending montage for their presentation, but none of those have dates. It just doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence going into this as far as saying, oh, hey, I want to be a brand new Switch owner. All right.
That's why I don't at launch.
I know.
I wait.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, fuck. As of this time, I've only had my PS4 for about 6 months.
It's like I pretty much got every console at launch that I own, except for PlayStation 4.
I mean, it's and the reason why we want to go ahead and we're bringing this up is that it's a follow-up to what we said with the Nintendo Switch presentation video, and our reactions to that is that our biggest concern right at the very end of the video was, what is the launch lineup going to be like? We compared it to if it's going to be something like the Sega Dreamcast, which had 15 fucking games within the first month of launching. Okay. Granted, sure. You may not give a fuck about a snowboarding game or something else like that may have been out or something like that. Or maybe I'm thinking of the PS2. But my fucking point still stands, I understand that Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is probably going to be a very huge game. But you know what? There are very few huge games that I know that are able to sit there and entertain me if that's the only thing that I have to play for 3 fucking months. And the problem that I see with the dates that I have here for the Nintendo Switch lineup, as far as what's been offered on GameStop's webpage, is that there is the launch, there is the end of the May, and then there's all the way at the end of the fucking year, and that's it. There is nothing else in between.
Where's the filler content?
Exactly. There's absolutely nothing in between.
Yeah.
But I mean, Legend of Zelda, that's a heavy hitter, but
right at launch.
Yeah, but is it worth buying a system for?
For some people, yes.
Never. But for some people, it will be. Some people pre-ordered the Switch just because of the presentation alone that they showed. I mean, people knew about Breath of the Wild months ago. And all they needed was pre-orders to be available and a price. And once that was announced and once that was given, sold out.
Yeah, it's hard to find now. You can't find it. It's all sold out. Yeah,
but that 30-day game shit for games that are 30 years old. That 30 years at minimum.
Yeah. Look, I love my NES. I love my Super Nintendo and stuff like that. But guess what? When it comes to this sort of thing, a lot of the games that I care to fucking play on a regular basis and actually pass through, I already own, or I do the whole peg leg and parrots thing, and I go ahead and I play it on fucking emulation. All right? I'm just being completely honest. All right? So it just boggles my mind. Hopefully Nintendo gets the message, and hopefully there are people that are out there that are willing to complain to them enough to say, hey, look, this is shit that you don't want to fucking do. You got to do better than this. Or they're going to have a real hard lesson to learn, just like Super Mario Run, come October 2017, when they're going to start requiring this shit for multiplayer. I mean, Granted, guess what? Right now, as far as it goes, I'm looking at this particular thing. 1-2 Switch is a local multiplayer thing. Guess what? You don't need a subscription for it. All right. There's an online multiplayer mode for Just Dance 2017. Yes, there actually is. I don't know the fuck why, but yes, there actually is. You want to sit there and be doing this shit against somebody in Taipan or whatnot. All right. Yeah, sure. But yeah, I'm looking at the other things. The only other thing that may need fucking online multiplayer may be Puyo Puyo Tetris.
Okay.
But after that,
imagine slow down on a puzzle game.
But after that, the only thing that's going to sit there and require like online multiplayer leading up into the holidays is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Guess what? The people who have Mario Kart 8 and played that on a regular basis already have it on fucking Wii U.
Yep. And on the DS, I think, isn't it? 3DS?
Well, Mario
Yep.
7 is on the DS.
Oh, Mario Kart 7.
Yeah.
It's still
Mario Kart.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. Yeah, if people want to sit there and say that we're fanboys for anything, this makes me fucking sad. All right, it really does. I sit there and I think about this, and the only thing that comes to my mind is, what the fuck are you thinking, Nintendo?
with this.
Yeah, when it comes to this, and you guys had me Thursday night. You had me right there. I was right there saying this shit is dope. Fuck, what the hell is this shit? Really?
I'd rather not have that extra perk than take the game away 30 days later.
Extra, yeah, that's insulting to me.
You know what? They would have a complete pass if they sit there and said, "Hey, everybody else is $60, ours is $50. Guess what? We're making sure your shit works right." I would be completely fine with that.
It's not fair though, because we don't know the price yet.
Fair.
No, we don't know the price. It could very well be $40 a year. We don't know.
But that 30-day shit.
I wouldn't give them a pass to that, but I could understand a little bit better than. So, are we jumping the gun here on this?
Not on
a little bit.
Shit.
A little bit.
Wait, not on 30-day shit, but maybe on the price of the online thing. Yeah.
I think we might be jumping the gun as far as not knowing the full details, but unfortunately, Nintendo hasn't been completely forthcoming. But I will say, as far as the information that you have offered us through your website and through the presentations and everything else, Nintendo, you don't have a price tag attached to it, so I'll reserve judgment on price. As far as incentive goes, that's bullshit.
That is not an incentive to play online.
Yeah, I mean, if this was the case, it just reminds me of grade school, all right, of saying, hey, look, going over to neighbors' houses and sitting there and say, hey, look, can I go ahead and I can borrow that copy of Kid Icarus from you or fucking Contra from you? At least on the end of when I was in grade school or in fucking middle school doing that, I could sit there and ask my neighbor or my buddy, hey, look, can you put in a good word with your sister? She's kind of fucking cute. I want to hook up. I could sit there and say that. But with this, it's like, no, it's just gone in 30 fucking days. And it may be something I already own.
I mean, that may be good for the new people, the newcomers.
We've never played an NES game before.
That very well could be the case. But for us old goats,
they already had the virtual console.
90% I bet you about 99% of the games that they're going to offer, we have sitting there. Yeah, we have it on our shelves.
Yeah, we already have them, or they're on the virtual console.
On the virtual console.
Yeah, people have already picked up for $2.99.
Yep. Mm-mm.
And they still have them and play them. Without no limits.
Well, let's reserve our criticism until we get the entire details.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it's true,
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up if true. And with that, I think we're just gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Otherwise, we're gonna run the risk of running another 30 minutes and just bullshitting for a long ass time. Uh, you know, Folks, what are your thoughts on this? If you know the details behind Nintendo's new online service and also their launch games, what are your thoughts? Is this something that, hey, this makes getting a Switch worthwhile? This makes getting the subscription service worthwhile? Or is it something where it's like, wow, this is all I'm stuck with? This is what you're offering? If that's the case, go ahead and leave us a comment below. While you're at it, hit that like button, hit subscribe. We really appreciate it if you do, because that's kind of the reason why we do this. We are the middle-aged guys. We've been bullshitting about, a follow-up to the Switch presentation and details on that subscription bullshit that they've done, and also their launch lineup, which unfortunately isn't as deep as I would hope it would be. I'm the Reverend.
The theme here.
Gray Mouse 1.
Once again, for the benefits of common sense, logic, and gaming. Oh yeah. Hey, Gray Mouse. Want to borrow this?
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
Yeah, but fuck no.
Okay, let's play it together.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't really borrow it, but I'm letting you borrow it
Oh.
for 30 days. Yeah, and that's that. Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Damn it.
You see, now Gray Mouse can't even ask whether or not your sister's cute and whether or not you can put in a good word for her.
Credits.
Yes.